You guys hear me now? All right, cool. It's working. Sorry about that. Welcome, everyone. Thought I had that turned on, but I had to restart the computer and then it turns off my mic, but we're good here. Welcome, everyone, to another One Piece TCG opening. Also, my phone didn't connect at the start, and I'm like, dang, we don't have audio or video at the start. This is off to a roaring start, but we're here. Everyone, welcome. So we're going to be opening up the newest set, the Anime 25th collection. So this is an extra booster. So it's a little bit different than a normal set. I'm not like super familiar with all this, but it's not a reprint set. That's a little bit different. Although I think there are a couple leader reprints in here. But it's just kind of like a little bit of a different set. So for example, in EB01, the first one of this that came out last year, we got a good old Laboon. We got the Laboon alt art in that set. Now, there's no Laboon in this one. I don't want to get everyone excited because, Laboon's the GOAT. But there are some really cool cards in this one. We're hunting the Manga Rare Gear 2 Luffy pose card, which is pretty cool. It's like the 1000th Manga Rare Luffy, but it is what it is. Those marketing people probably know what they're doing. Luffy is the most popular character, so... But yeah, we're just going to be opening one box today, by the way. I do have a couple more, but these are like kind of hard to find. The price is like a little bit higher for these. Like the first one, EB01, that's like super expensive. So we got one for now, and I have a couple more that we'll be opening over the next couple months, but I just didn't want to open multiple today. So we're just doing one, but we'll have another one next week. Or next month, I should say, for the next giveaway. So yeah. And we're going to hurry up and get into it, but also I want to say, anybody who was in yesterday's stream and saw how I kind of got disconnected, for starters, I'm going to go through the missed super chats right after the opening, because I know some people are going to watch this who aren't caught up on the manga, and I don't want to spoil you by going through that at the start. But right after the opening, we'll go through those super chats and even talk about the manga for a little bit. I'm happy to chat, because I know yesterday got cut short, so we'll do that afterward. And also, I'm going to hurry up and get started because I know some of you are watching, mainly for the opening part. And also, because I got kicked off stream yesterday randomly, like an hour in, I don't want that to happen again. So we're just going to hurry up and get into it. So without further ado, here is our wheel of names. So I have like 35 names here, but the post that I made for you guys to sign up, there was I could only see 35 names, but it said there were 37 comments. So if there's a couple of you that I missed, please let me know if you should be on this list and you're not. Also, Roland VDub, I saw you comment earlier and said that or at the start of the stream, you said you had commented like a little bit ago. I added you in at the very end there. I think you can see it. You're the last one, so there's no names after that. So if I'm missing anybody, let me know here in the next little bit, because we're going to be spinning the wheel at the end. So I'm just going to open up all the packs. I'm going to put them into 4 different piles of, all the rares and hollows or whatever. Those are all going to go in 4 different piles, and then we'll spin the wheel at the end to see who gets those 4 different piles, right? So 4 people will win today. 6 packs equivalent each. So that's how we're going to do it. So yeah, just let me know. Just let me know what I got to do. But I'm going to get started. I'm going to get started on the opening. Let me get the wheels gone there. There we go. All right. We are set. I feel like I'm moving really fast because my internet never cut out yesterday. It wasn't me, it was Streamlabs. But I'm so scared that it's gonna happen again. And so we're gonna get right into it. This is my first look at the set. I did look at the set list. There's a couple cards I'm really excited for. And I hope we get to see a couple of them. But obviously the manga rare is really, really what we're looking for. So. And again, if you guys want to get in on these openings at some point in the future, we do these roughly once a month. We'll be opening up this box next month as well. So if you become a member, keep an eye out for the community posts, and that's how you sign up. So yeah, real nice and easy. Brandon King, I saw you said you got disconnected just when you were saying something about me. I was like, no, let him finish. I was actually saying how I missed your Twitch chats, and then it got cut off, which is even worse. Thousand Sunny, this is a sick Thousand Sunny card. I like that one. Chopper Man, okay, I like that. Mad Treasure, the Treasure Pirates. I don't really remember them, but also K Raven with the $10 super chat. Much love, Dak. You've been absolutely cooking. Let's get this manga rare. K Raven, thank you, man. Seriously, I appreciate that a lot. Donna Exino, Gaimon. I was gonna tell you guys there's a Gaimon card in this set, and look, we already got him. Hey, if usually I'm just trying to give away the rares mainly, but if anybody wants, Gaimon or a couple other commons, you let me know for sure. Vista, German 66, Grandpa Ryu, Um, Cloven Rose Blizzard. Hilden. Oh, I remember him. We Are. So I love this style of card right here. This, like, I don't know what, like, ghost rare white. I don't really know what you want to call it, but that's a new style. And then Arlong Hollow. That's interesting. So yeah, so these cards will also be given away. I don't know if it's hollow or not. It is a little bit hollow, but I love that style, right? Also, I don't know if you guys have picked up on it, but it looks like my camera's not super high quality right now. Hopefully that'll get a little bit better here shortly. It's my phone. Usually it's great. I'm not. Maybe I could try messing with the settings. Can you? Nope, I can't. I can't change it. Well, it should pick up. It's not horrible. Cliff, I know you're really pumped about the opening. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Guys, I'm serious. Cliff does not do that until I start a stream, because then I'm talking and he knows I'm not talking to him, and he just starts moving around because he knows he's not going to get attention. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. We're busy. You can't do that right now, buddy. All right, Mad Treasure. All Hunt Ground. Who's... I don't remember him. Thousand Sunny, Crocodile, Magellan. Without Your Help, I Can't Become King of the Pirates. Such a good panel. Hilden, Klabautermon, Cloven Rose Blizzard, Vista, Tony Chopper Hollow. I love that Chopper card. And then Vegapunk, my guy. Did they change the way the hollows are in this set? I feel like they're a little bit different than normal. I don't know how to really explain it, but they look a little different in person. Interesting. And also, by the way, guys, you guys can't really see it. Let me back this up real quick. Just want to get organized here. Can you guys? Okay. So the way I'm going to be doing this, I think this time. Well, actually, no, we'll do it the same way. We'll do just straight 6 piles. I was thinking about alternating, but I'll open 6 packs, put them all in the same pile, and we'll just do it that way. But maybe next time I'll alternate. EB sets always have a different hollow on them. Good to know. I did not know that. Knack Reacts, Canadian 279. My guy Knack. Rhymes with Dak. Pick me to win, and I'll like D-Stream. Well, hey, be careful. That might be what happens. Karma definitely works around these parts. Bluno, Marigo, Crocodile, Karoo, Kome, Navy. Is this from the special? Like the Davy Back special? I don't remember him, but and that's when somebody makes fun of their friend's dream. I think everybody loves this panel. That's like one of Usopp's best moments. Sarfunkel. Hey, we got Gaimon and Sarfunkel. Okay. 3-Pace Hum Soul Notch Slash. Jonathan. Monkey D. Luffy Leader. I like that leader. Oh, look at that. Hey, this hollow is sick. I don't know if you guys can really see it on the camera, but the hollows are way cooler in this set. That's a sick Frankie card. I just like the pose. And then Roronoa Zoro. Back from the East Blue. Okay. Hey, I like that. Fan of these cards so far. Guys, I have the air conditioner on full blast, and I have the door mostly shut. Cliff keeps trying to sneak out, but it is still so hot in here. Ohio is just, I don't know what happened, but I am cooking right now. Like, it is. How hot is it? It's only in mid 80s, but still, it feels like it's way hotter. Oh, I want to pull my phone down. All right, Gaimon, Bluno, Marigo, Crocodile, All Hunt Ground, Hilden, Kome. That's when somebody makes fun of their friend's dream. Sarfunkel, 3 Hum Soul Notch Slash. We Are, again, I love that. And then Zoro again. And yeah, so another thing about these sets is they are a little bit smaller, so you will see a lot of the same cards over and over, which I know, you know, on these openings, sometimes we'll open 2 boxes back to back, so it feels that way anyway. But this set, these sets and like extra boosters are a lot smaller. So laughs in Caribbean weather. I would not survive a single day down there. That's for sure. Karoo, Mad Treasure, Thousand Sunny, Crocodile, Magellan, Jonathan, Grandpa Ryu, Cloven Rose Blizzard, Klabautermon. I love that they have a card for it. Without Your Help, I Can't Become King of the Pirates. Merry Go. Again, it's so hard to describe, but the holo is just way better. And then Brand New World. Okay. We got music cards now. Have we always had music cards and I just didn't pick up on it? I feel like that's, I don't know, man. They might have to keep that design right there. That is so cool. All right, I keep moving the phone. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this cord over here. Now that won't happen. Very awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I got one more pack to open for this first. Whoever ends up getting these cards. We haven't gotten anything crazy yet. Yeah, Brand New World is maybe my favorite opening. Maybe. I got to do like a full review, but maybe my favorite opening. Let's see. Thousand Sunny, Soge King, Don Exino from the Exino family. So I don't even know who that is, but probably from a movie or something. I don't know. All Hunt Ground, Fake Straw Hat Crew. Hey, the real goats are here. Look at that. 3-Pace Hum Soul Notch Slash, Klabautermon, Gum Gum Giant Pistol, Sarfunkel, Cloven Rose Blizzard, Brook. There's a really cool Brook card in this set. It's not this one, but there's another like holo. I think it's a parallel. And then we got us. Okay, so they do have a bunch of opening cards. All right. I just love the Egghead, like from the opening, like this scene right here with that font and everything. It's just so cool. Huge fan of the set so far. But all right, so that is our first winner, I suppose, with those cards. Yeah, Cliff, you gotta lay down, buddy. Cliff is like, my dog is, well, both my dogs are like just moving around, brushing my legs, like looking up at me. I'm like, dude, we were just outside. We were just playing frisbee. Hey, buddy, Cliff, come here, come here, come here. I know. You really want attention. It's time to lay down. Gaimon, Iceberg, Fake Straw Hat Crew, Bluno, Don Exino, Gum Gum Giant Pistol, Jonathan. I gotta look up who Jonathan is. And that's when somebody makes fun of their friend's dream. Sarfunkel, Hilden, Kokoro no Chizu. Again, we got all the openings. And then Garp. And ooh, I like the holo there. The way they holoatized only certain parts of his clothes looks really cool. I don't know if the camera really picks it up, but yeah, you can see his little shoulder pads. They got the extra holo. I like that. Garp is awesome. Hope we see what's up with him soon in the story. You want a quick way to go bankrupt? Play a comp TCG? Hey. Well, I'm not super familiar, but I think in One Piece it's not that bad, right? Or that's like one of the positives I've heard, is that there's a lot of different ways you can play and stuff. But now if you're playing like Yu-Gi-Oh, from what I've heard, like, if you don't play like a certain couple of decks, then you're not going to win, and so everything's really expensive. At least that's what I've heard. I'm not super into Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. Gaimon, Iceberg, my goat, Fake Straw Hat Crew, Bluno, Don Exino, Vista, the World's Strongest Swordsman, Gum Gum Giant Pistol, Jonathan, that's when somebody makes fun of their friend's dream, Sarfunkel, Don Quixote, Rosie Nante, Certified Goat, and then Sanji and Pudding. There's actually another really cool Sanji and Pudding card in this set that I really want to pull, but hopefully we see that. There's a lot of cool little alt arts of like special moments in this set. That's probably why it's the Anime 25th collection. You would think they would, try to draw on some of those big moments. Yu-Gi-Oh is expensive, but man, you can win an air fryer. That's hilarious. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh, everyone I talk to has complaints about it. I mean, obviously Yu-Gi-Oh historically is goated, but Marigo, Magellan, Chopperman, Karoo, Iceberg, Carrot, Jonathan, Germa66, Klabautermon, Vista, Sanji. I don't know, man, but I love these simple cards. I don't know why, but just... maybe it's because, like, I like the story so much that I'll take any shiny art of the people I like, but just, I don't know, these simple things like this, like, I'm a huge fan. And then Trafalgar Law super rare. Now, that's pretty sick. Law is... hey, you got the sunglasses on? Don't worry, it did not fall on the floor or anything. The card is all fine. Wow. Law is just... I feel like Law is very, like, photogenic, Like, he can always look cool on a card. I had crazy bad luck with 4 boxes. Cryworthy. Yeah, St. Constantine, I'm worried about that as well, because I don't know if this is true, but I think I remember people not enjoying the pull rates from EB01. I could, the cards are awesome, but I believe that's what I heard back when they first came out. And then they never really reprinted, so maybe that's why people complain, is because they have to pay so much and they don't get anything, but still. Chopperman, Miskina Olga. Man, the TCG seriously adds some new One Piece wrinkles to my brain. Like, there's so many characters that I don't actually know that whenever they make it into the TCG, I'm like, well, I should probably know them if they're that important. Soge King, Marigo, Karu, Hilden, Germa66, Grandpa Ryu, Komei, 3-Pace Hum Soul Notch Slash, Monkey D Garp. Oh, we got something back here. What we got? Oh, we got Sanji. What is this? This is a parallel or an alt? I'm not good at telling the difference. I don't know if there really is one, but hey, Sanji. What moment is this? I know it's East Blue. Like, where is he? Is this the train or something? I can't tell. Can't tell exactly, but sick card. Let me get a sleeve and a top loader real quick. Olga Heart of Gold special. Got you. Okay. I need to just watch all the movies, because, like, I've seen half of them, but... Or probably even more than half, but I do not remember. But, alright, Sanji here. The sleeve says NM on it, because it's just a spare sleeve I have from TCG. Just ignore that, but... Hey, I'm a fan of that one. I love the action poses, man. And again, I like the old Sanji card where it was just him standing there. This one's even cooler. Hey, that's sick. Congrats, whoever ends up with that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 2 more packs to open for this individual. And again, if you guys like want any specific commons, whenever, and if you end up winning, just let me know. I'll throw as many as I can in there. The envelope system worked really well. So like if somebody gets a really big card, then I'll just ship it normal, so we have tracking and we can, you know, make sure it gets to you safely. But for most of the cards, I'm just going to ship it in an envelope, and I'll fit as many cards as I'm able to fit in there, for sure. Roland V-Dub, have you watched the second Sonic movie yet? If I recall correctly, during the last card stream, you had watched the first one. I haven't. I looked it up on YouTube, because the first Sonic movie was free on YouTube, like with ads, but I have premium, so I don't think I actually had to watch the ads. And then I actually looked it up literally 2 or 3 days ago, and I couldn't watch it on YouTube. I actually have to get Netflix or HBO, whatever it is. I don't know, whichever one. You know, or Sail the High Seas, which I try to only do when I absolutely need to. So I haven't watched it yet, but I certainly plan to. I'm just trying to find the cheapest way to to view it, basically. All Hunt Ground, Soge King, Fake Straw Hat Crew, Magellan, Miskina Olga, Komei. Without your help, I can't become king of the pirates. Carrot, Klabautermon, Gum Gum Giant Pistol, Usopp. Oh, we got another sick card back here. And Nell. Oh, that's just a super rare. Look at this. And Nell, see, Nell is kind of like Law, where he's just like super photogenic. Like, he always looks sick on cards. Huge fan of that one. Wow. I'm gonna put that in the sleeve too. So we got one more pack for whoever this is. But yeah, Roland V-Dub, I do really want to watch the Sonic movie. I definitely need to. I think I just need to bite the bullet and actually get some, like a subscription or two to the streaming services, because I don't have Netflix, I don't have Hulu, I don't have any of those things. I don't even have Crunchyroll. And, you know, most of that's because I don't really watch a lot of TV and movies, but even for, like, basketball, I don't have, you know, League Pass or anything either, so maybe I just need to get one of those so I can watch it. Cody, you said Sonic 3 greater than Sonic 2. I heard a lot of really good things about Sonic 3 when it came out, and I you know, I don't know enough about the movies, but based off the poster art, I think I'm more excited for 3, but I gotta see 2 first. Iceberg, All Hunt Ground, Soge King, Fake Straw Hat Crew, Magellan, Vista, Komei. Without your help, I can't become king of the pirates. Carrot, Klabautermon, Nami. We got another sick card. This Nami rare is sick. The holo, I don't know what it is, man, but... And a Yamato, Oh, okay. I couldn't tell what it said. Jeez, I have like sweat in my eyes, I think, at this point. But Yamato alt art. You see this? Look at that. In the Nika pose. I mean, that's a peak card. I'm not going to lie. I got to put that in the sleeve, too. Yo, that is a sick card. Got Yamato here. I love this card, actually. Like, it didn't hit me at first that it was the Nika pose until I thought about it for a little bit. And you got the, the flower capital behind it. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I'm a huge fan of this card. That's sick. Bad Crumb Show. You said, what up, Dak? What up, Bed Crumb Show. Bed, not bad. Bed. I'm so sorry about that. Bed Crumb Show, which hilarious name, by the way, but hope you're doing well. All right, so we are halfway through the opening. We got some sick cards already. Whew. Guys, it was cold in Ohio like 3 or 4 days ago, and now we have really flipped the script. All right, Gaimon, Crocodile, Meskina Olga, Blue No, Mad Treasure, Jonathan. Without your help, I can't become king of the pirates. Grandpa Ryu, and that's when somebody makes fun of their friend's dream. Hilden is hilarious. I can't remember where, but there was some video where, like, I don't know if it was like a trivia show or something, but I remember Hilden was like a big point, and I think it was like a Jeopardy show, and I want to say Tekken got the answer right where it was Hilden, and everybody was like, bro, how do you know that? I'm almost positive that was it, but I know there was some funny trivia moment with him before in the community. Mary Go, and then Porcus D Ace. I like that one too, where he's running. All right, next pack. Sweating bullets over here, dude. It's crazy, man. My office is also upstairs, which doesn't do me any favors, but it blows my mind that the air conditioner is having such little impact. I am, I guess, a little far from it, but still. Gaimon, we've had a million Gaimons. If you guys want a Gaimon included with your cards, let me know. Crocodile, Meskina Olga, Bluno, Mad Treasure, Carrot, Vista. Without your help, I can't become king of the pirates. Grandpa Ryu, and that's when somebody makes fun of their friend's dream. Sabo and Hope. See, the music cards having this white and like light blue color. That's a killer combination. I really need to start playing the TCG, guys. You know that? I really need to. I think I mentioned it yesterday, but I've seen people play and I know the rules now. I just haven't actually played it myself, but I'm trying to do that video where I, go through my journey of playing, so I got to work on that, but all right. Next pack. We could just play Uno too. Hey, Dex, we could. Once I'm done with Expedition 33, we could. Meskina Olga, Thousand Sunny, Chopper Man, Mad Treasure, Don Exino, Jum. Did I just say that? Gum Giant Pistol, Vista, Germa 66. Too many G's that are there a hard G or a soft one? Grandpa Ryu, Cloven Rose Blizzard, Us. Again, I love that card. And Nico Robin. Nobody's ever going to complain about a Robin card, that's for sure. Also a cool Ennis Lobby pose. I like that they're pulling a lot of East Blue moments for these cards, because with it being the Anime 25th collection set, there should be a lot of like reminiscing of like big anime moments, and so it makes sense to go back to the East Blue for a lot of these cards. You won't get sick of Expedition 33. You'll be playing it for a long time. Man, I've already got 40 hours in the game, or like 35, I don't know, somewhere around there. If you guys haven't played that game, man, an easy game of the year. Chopper Man, Meskina Olga, Soge King, Mary Go, Karu, Germa 66, Grandpa Ryu, Kome, 3-Pace Hum Soul Notch Slash, Carrot, the Nami card, and the Robin card. Hey, if you're complaining about getting these, then I don't know. There's no way to make you happy, If you're getting Nami and Robin Hollows at the same time. I mean, come on. Come on. Deebus, I'm at 70 hours and not stopping anytime soon. Dude, it's so good. I just finished Act 2 last night. No spoilers. We're not going to be spoiling anybody. Because, like, Expedition 33's story is so good that we are just not going to do that. But I finished Act 2 and... wow. 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 That's all I got to say is wow. Iceberg, All Hunt Ground, Soge King, Fake Straw Hat Crew, Magellan, Sarfunkel. Without your help, I can't become King of the Pirates. Carrot, Klabautermon, Monkey D. Luffy leader card. That's pretty sick. I like that one. The Peak. Man, the art on these cards. And also it has like a different, you know, border for every song, at least so far. Robin, again. Hey, look, again, we can't complain. We are contractually obligated to never complain when Robin appears. Hey, buddy. Hey, Cliff. Buddy, you gotta lay down. We can't do this. He's like under my leg, like picking my leg up, because Cliff is a pretty big dog, and he's pushing me around trying to tell me that he wants to go, he wants some attention, and unfortunately we're a little busy, Cliff. Gaimon, Bluno, Marigo, Crocodile, Karoo, Hilden, Komei, That's When Somebody Makes Fun of Their Friend's Dreams, Sarfunkel, 3-Pace Humsoul, Knock Slash, Tony Chopper, and Buggy. Hey, that's a cool Buggy card too. Hey, see, I love the East Blue, yeah, wait, now, hold on. I got a little bit of an issue with this Chopper card, I just noticed. You see how down here, it says Animal, whoa, I just dropped it. It says Animal. You guys see that? It says Animal. Guys, come on. How One Piece has been around for 27 years. Chopper's been around for 24 or 23 of the years. Chopper ain't just an animal. You know, his whole thing is being a man. We can't do that to him. We just, come on. He's a man now. He's a man. That's his whole thing. I mean, like he's kind of an animal, but you know, he wants to be a man. That's his thing. We gotta do better. We gotta take care of our own. Hold on, I want to make sure I got, yeah, 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna double check. I got enough cards here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. All right. Chopper was an animal. That's true. Now if that was the case, if it was Chopper pre-fruit, then no problem. Iceberg, Thousand Sunny, Soge King, Don Xeno, All Hunt Ground, 3-Pace Humsoul, Notch Slash, Klabautermon, Gum, Giant Pistol, Sarfunkel, Cloven Rose Blizzard, Hope. It's just, the Sanji art there is so sick. And then Sanji again. Hey, that's pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. I seriously love those cards. I don't know if they're gonna keep doing that, but they should. He's not an animal, he's emergency food. That too. Got Iceberg, Thousand Sunny, Soge King, Don Xeno, All Hunt Ground, Hilden, 3-Pace Humsoul, Notch Slash, Klabautermon, Gum Giant Pistol, Sarfunkel, Brook. I like that one. Pouring the tea. Or, I mean, it probably is tea, but it would be even better if he was pouring sake, but... And then the Frankie card from earlier, like that pose. I was really hoping to see the other Brook card. Again, I think it's like a parallel or something, I'm not really sure. I know we already had 2, so we might not get one, but I was really hoping we would. Alright, Meskina Olga, Thousand Sunny, Chopper Man, Mad Treasure, Don Xeno, Gum Giant Pistol, Vista, Germa 66, Grandpa Ryu, Cloven Rose Blizzard, Porcus D-Ace, Sengoku. There's also another really cool Sengoku card where he has like his hands up, like he's it's like, you know, when he like goes in his Buddha form, he can do like the shockwave thing. He has his hands kind of moving in that way, and it's pretty cool. He has like his palms out. I was hoping to see that one too, because I like Sengoku, but we'll see. We only got 3 packs left today. Is this the set with the gold leaders? I am not sure. I I'm not exactly, because like I have some gold leaders from like a collection set from like a year or two ago. Like it came with Kid, Kaido, and Crocodile. I don't think that's what you're talking about, but I know those are gold leaders, and that was a completely separate thing. But I don't know if they have more. I don't think they do in this set, or maybe they do, but I don't remember. I just know the only ones I have are from another thing. Fake Straw Hat Crew, Marigo, Magellan, Chopperman, Karoo, Cloven Rose Blizzard, Carrot, Jonathan, Germa66, Klabautermon, Kokoro no Chizu. Again, what a perfect panel. And like the way the art is, I'm a huge fan. And then Porcus the Ace again. Alright. Now I gotta go look up like how many of the music cards there are and see which ones we're missing. Because I kind of like, when I was looking at the set list, I sort of skipped over those because I saw they were like just event cards, and I was like, oh, they're probably like nothing that special. But now I understand they're music opening cards. Now I'm like way more intrigued, and it makes sense they're in this set. Mad Treasure, All Hunt Ground, Thousand Sunny, Crocodile, Magellan, Jonathan. Without your help, I can't become king of the pirates. Hilden, Klabautermon, Cloven Rose Blizzard, Hope again, probably the coolest one, and Nami. Again, contractually obligated to enjoy all Nami cards. And then our last pack, guys. Are we gonna have some last pack magic? That's the question. I hope we do. I mean, we've had it before. We've also had first pack magic several times. So, all right. Fake Straw Hat Crew, Marigo, Magellan, Chopperman, Karoo, Carrot, Jonathan, Germa66, Vista, Kome, Usopp, and Jinbei, of course. Hey, so I don't know if Lord Vegeta's in the chat, but I really hope today is Lord Vegeta's day, because he's been doing this for over a year and hasn't won yet. But that's a pretty cool Jinbei card. So if there's ever a time for Lord Vegeta to win, it should be now. That's a pretty sick Jinbei card. I like the art on it. I like the background. That's like my favorite part. Pretty awesome card. And I also have a couple spare Jinbei cards that I've been just hiding away, waiting for Lord Vegeta to win. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here, because we're about to pull up the wheel. So we're done. We're done with the opening. We got some pretty sick cards. I think both alts are right over here. So we got Yamato and Sanji this time. And one person's going to be getting both of these, which is crazy, because they you know, just the way it worked out. So whoever gets this one, that's going to be it's going to be big time. But I mean, everyone's got some of the music cards. Oh my, forgot about the Peak one. That one's sick. Us is sick. Hope is sick. Oh my gosh. All right, we got a lot of cool cards. So we're done with this box, but like I said, next month we'll be opening another one. So if you want to enter, if you don't win today, we're going to be opening up this all over again. I guess I can push the cards back now. And so don't fret, there will be a chance to get more. I just love the focus on the Straw Hats and East Blue. But all right, here we go. We're about to spin the wheel. There it is. So who is getting the first one? We're going over here on the left, the one with the brook on the top, the first pile we did. This is the first one. Who is it gonna be? Is it Julius Caesar? It's Julius Caesar in the flesh. Just won the first one. He is back in action and again stacking his riches. Congrats, Julius. Leo Walker, you said, how do I enter? So the way I do it is about once a month I will post on the community tab for a members only post. So you have to be a member to sign up is the way I do it. It all really started as a way to just give back to the members, and so that's kind of the way it works. So if you are a member of the channel, then I post about roughly once a month for people to sign up, and so you just comment and say, you know, yeah, I want to sign up, and then you get put on the wheel, and then that's it. So yeah, we do these about once a month, like I said. Sometimes we do multiple boxes. I have Anime 25th collection to open still. I do have a couple more boxes of Emperors in the New World that we'll be opening eventually. And I actually still have a box of Awakening of the New Era, which I'm saving that for the 100K special. Whenever we hit 100K, I got that one. And we're not going to be opening this But I do also have a blue bottom Romance Dawn box. That's not going anywhere, but I do have one, and it is locked away. But all right, second pile, the one with the alt arts. This is the big one. And it's looking like Pancake 07. Pancake, congratulations. You got the alt arts. Pancake 07. And then this next one, I believe, is the one with like several Robins, and I just looked and it has like 4 different music cards. So the next one is not bad at all either, to be honest with you. Hey, Pancake, you're in the chat. Awesome, Pancake, congratulations. And everyone, if you do win, please send me your address via email. I think my email is in the description. If it's not, I will fix that. But it definitely should be. I wrote Pancake 07 on this label twice. That's fine. But yeah, I want to get these shipped out ASAP. So sooner the better, if you guys could. All right, pile 3 here with, I want to double check. Is this the one with all the Robins? 1 Robin, 2 Robin, 3 Robin. Yeah. If you're a Robin fan, you want this one. That's for sure. Let's see, who's getting this one? 3rd pile. It is looking like Ocean Flan. Ocean, I think I saw you in the chat earlier. I hope you are a Robin fan. Which, I mean, who isn't? Who isn't a Robin fan, you know? At this point, at this juncture of the story. Especially with the last couple chapters. I don't want to say anything just yet. We'll get into some manga discussion here in a second. But yeah, Robin's goated. Oh, I gotta write the name down. All right, and so we're on to this last one. And like I said earlier, it would be cool if Lord Vegeta finally got to win, but you know, I do not have my finger on the scale. I do not. I have no say in this. It's all in the heart of the wheel. And so we're gonna see what happens here. Last pile magic for who? Let's see. Looking like Colin Henley. Colin Henley, 7. Congratulations. Lord Vegeta, your time is coming. We just haven't pulled the Manga Rare Jinbei yet. That'll be your time. But Colin, congratulations. Heart of the cards. Jealous of the Robin pack. That's what I'm saying. Like, the alt arts are sick. And like, I want, you know, obviously anybody should want those, but like the Robin pack, there's also like Nami in there, like you get a lot of, even there's no alt arts, you got all the other cool stuff. So I mean, this one also had Robin and Nami in it, so there's not any problems with this one either. Did I put the name tag in? I did not put the name tag in. All right, well, so we are done with the opening. Again, if you are one of the 4 people who won this month, please send me your address and I will ship these out to you as soon as possible. But again, we'll be doing this again next month. So I'll probably post here in a couple weeks about the sign up. So keep an eye out for it. And then we'll do the opening probably about a month from now. I'm trying to get better about the cycle of it all. So we should be good. Put this over here. Woo! All right. So now that that's done. And again, thank you all for the support. You guys are awesome. I just, you know, obligatory. This wouldn't happen without your guys' support in the first place. I feel very blessed to do this, so thank you guys. But now we're gonna switch over to some manga talk. We're gonna talk about some manga or whatever you guys want to talk about, honestly. But we're gonna chill here for a little bit. So if you're a TCG fan but you're not into the manga, you're not caught up. More importantly, get out of here. I do not want to spoil you. I do not want to be responsible for that in my conscience. I think this is me full screen. Okay, there we go. There we go, cool. Tosmorn, you said, did we do miss super chats? Also, W to the winners. No, we are literally about to do that right now. So you came at the perfect timing. So that is amazing. Cody, you said, Dak, you're awesome. No, Cody, you're awesome. I mean, we all are. I'm not, you know, none of us have soul ownership, but I appreciate you. That means a lot, man. Seriously. All you guys are awesome. But yeah, we're about to get into the super chats here in just a second, Tosmore. Oh, you know what I can do? I'm gonna take my phone down. That would be nice, so it's not all precarious over here. There we go, much better. But yeah, all right, we're gonna get into some super chats. Debus, first off, you said, who are you thinking you might play as leader when you start playing the TCG? If you have recommendations for me, let me know, because I don't like. I know it's always changing, so like I could tell you like, oh, I would like to play this character just because I like them, but I'm not gonna stick to that. Like, if I could run a Laboon deck, that'd be awesome, but there's barely any Laboon cards, and I don't think he would be that amazing. So I don't know. I guess I got to get into it a little more. I definitely want to win. Like if I'm gonna play, I'm there to win. So I'll think about it. Okay, let's go to some of these super chats. And Tosmorn, you're here, and I know you had a couple, so I really owe you some answers. Okay, so I did Knack Reacts yesterday. Okay, Tosmorn V Hall of Flames, I love the name. Super chatted $2 yesterday, 21 hours ago to be precise. You said you want Cross Guild and Elbaf, and for the Gods Knights versus Cross Guild versus Straw Hat. So you're saying a three-way battle? Because I completely agree. Cross Guild and Elbaf. I feel like Cross Guild and Elbaf is a done deal. Like it should be. Oda might not do it, but it should be a done deal. I feel like this is the time for them to show up. I think maybe during this Gods Knights portion, we might unfold the we'll get the stuff done on Egghead while the Cross Guild fights off the Seraphim and all that stuff, and then maybe once we figure out the Gods Knight situation, they might figure out their Empty Bluff situation and come here, and then so like Act 2 of Elbaf will be them. Like I could see something like that. But I guess I'm curious what you mean by Gods Knights versus Cross Guild versus Straw Hats. Are you saying like a three-way, just like an all-out brawl, like everyone is on different factions kind of thing? I think that'd be interesting, because it would be maybe a little bit like God Valley if Cross Guild is like Rox and Luffy is like Roger, and then the Gods Knights would be like the government / Garp, and so maybe Luffy, it would almost be like Luffy and the Gods Knights could team up versus Cross Guild, which that would be a little bit much, because it's like if the Gods Knights and Straw Hats can't beat a group of people they've already defeated, minus Mihawk, that's a little weird. So I guess I'm curious on how you kind of see that going down. That's because it's an interesting idea, but I guess the motivations behind it would maybe help. I'll read your other one too, just because I doubt everyone's here. So I feel there's only a couple of them, so it's not a big deal. Half of them are yours, and there's a couple others. And you also super chatted $5. Thank you, bro. Oh, by the way, Figarland has a linguistic meaning. The suffix land often was used in Old English or Norse to denote land controlled by ethnic monocultures. Really? Well, because that's also, now you got me thinking about Noland, right? And Uso land and all the lands. Because, some of this stuff is like where I don't know if in Japanese, there's something I'm missing phonetically where maybe maybe the land in Figarland isn't the same as land in Noland. You know what I mean? So maybe like that stuff I don't really know. But the fact they both end in land is interesting, and we don't know for sure that Noland has ties to Elbaf, but I would bet my house on it. Which I don't say that for very many things, but if Noland has no connection to Elbaf, I don't know what's going on. So that's interesting. I'm gonna look that up right now. Wow, that did not, the first definition I got there did not help at all. Oh, okay, I see what's happening. Yeah, so like even my quick search on it, which again, this is like just the Wikipedia summary, but yeah, it kind of makes sense. Like it's about like somebody would have land attached onto the end of their name if they were like a landlord, like if they owned a bunch of land that people lived on. That's like how the family would. That's kind of where that started. And so, you know, going back to the idea of like, you know, Garling was at God Valley where they were cleansing everybody and kind of claiming all the resources for themselves. That's an interesting connection there, I think. Oh, you also said, and I just saw in this one, I see there's a... Well, okay, first off, Knack Reacts, Canadian $7. My guy, can everyone here do me a favor? Can y'all have a great day and like D-Stream? Yes, both of those things, absolutely. Thank you very much, Knack. If you guys could like D-Stream, that'd be awesome. But honestly, more importantly, go have a great day. The world has not been as positive and helpful, I mean, for a while now, but especially lately as it should be. And I know there's a lot of, you know, unhappiness right now. So definitely go have a great day. Take a day for yourself, for sure. Please, everybody. Dexter, you said both Warland and No Land uses that kanji for land. Interesting. Warland is spelled in katakana, and usually names are too. That's interesting. So we have Warland, Fagarland, and Noland. And I've always thought it's interesting how Noland's name is No Land. Like, you think back to the Skypiea stuff, right? The Jaya went up into the sky. He said there was a land of gold. He took people there. There was no land of gold there, right? And that's why he got put to death. And so I have always thought that, like, at least Nolan's name is talking about land in that way. And now that you guys are putting this together, Fagarland and Warland, and they're all Elbath connected now, I got the gears turning now. That's interesting. Because, like, I'm just trying to think of, like, is it simply that Oda's tying these, you know, because it's Elbath, they're tying them together, or is there, like, something deeper? I don't really know, but that is interesting. Good Vibes, you said this set pulls are so rough. I don't know if you're still earlier in the stream or not, Good Vibes, and because you said that, but yeah, it's a smaller set, so I feel like we just get repeats a lot. But hey, if I'm gonna get repeats, I'll take repeats of East Blue characters, of Straw Hats, you know, of like cool moments like Sanji and Pudding, of the openings. Like, it was a good opening. You said just got here. Oh, sick. Yeah, we did the opening, and we're already done. But then we're just talking about manga now for a little bit. Yesterday my stream cut out and we didn't get to go through all the supers, so I'm going through those now just to get caught up, which I know was only about 40 people here, but hey, I'll do it here. And then, you know, if I get to another stream and somebody's like, hey, you never answered, I'll answer it again. I ain't worried about it. Here, I'm gonna read Tosmorn's... Oh wait, no, I read Tosmorn's other one, right? I read both. Okay, no, because you had a new one here. That's what it is. Real quick, Alejandro Solis, member for 18 months. 1.5 years here for the Heart of the Cards. Hey, I appreciate you. Have you won before? I think you won at least once, right? But I know I've put your name on the wheel like every time, and I haven't said it too many times, so I don't know. I don't know if you've ever won, but I feel like I hope so. I'm gonna feel really bad if there's this many of you who've been doing it this long and you haven't won. Like, I know Lord Vegeta's literally been doing it since day one, and he will win. And when he does, it'll be crazy. It'll be a very, very victorious moment. But Tosmorn with the $2, you also said, I don't own my soul, the Jabberwocky will show. And I know this isn't what you were saying, but I gotta say that that idea, I don't own my soul, that actually makes me think back to Elbath, because of what we were talking about yesterday, where we said I think it was yesterday, or maybe, I don't know if it was Sai's video. Again, I've recorded too many things, so I can't remember. But one of those, we talked about how, like, the Abyss might be like a depository where then your soul goes out as like a clone that can be, like, you know, used. Like, it's like your soul is separated from yourself. And that kind of reminded me of that, because I feel like that's, I don't know, that's what I want out of the Abyss, personally. But, hold on, I just lost the chat. I have so many tabs. Okay, I found it. There we go. Let's see. Dexter, what are you saying? So, really shortly put, katakana is most often used for loan words in common Japanese or foreign names. In One Piece, we've only seen names in kanji from Wano family names in Gunko. Really? Why would it be Wano families in Gunko? That seems like a I mean, it would seem to imply a connection with Gunko and Wano, but that seems like... I mean, it's One Piece, everything's possible, but that... I don't know how that would ever be a thing. I mean, maybe she could be like a... I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. That's interesting, though. Alejandro said, I wonder like 2 times. Okay, hey, as long as at least once, you know? And actually, guys, I just realized I don't want to show you the name, but I forget. I'll do this next giveaway now that it's already over. But I guess theoretically I could spin the wheel, but I'll save it. But there was another package from a couple openings ago that I tried reaching out and they just haven't sent me their address. So now it's fair game to be sent to somebody else. I don't know what's in here. Again, it's from a couple openings ago, so there's it could be anything. And I forgot to do this, so next time we're gonna have a secret package included onto the end because I totally forgot. But we'll do that next time. Brandon King, you said, for example, Kaido's name was only translated in katakana, if I remember correctly, because it's so literal. There are no other meanings. He didn't want people checking his kanji name, which means joy boy or strong kid. Okay, so maybe Oda sometimes will do that to throw us off the trail because it would, like, if you looked up Kaido's kanji name, it would be too obvious. So it's like a little bit of a theory portal. I don't know, that's probably not the right word, but you know what I mean. That's it. That is, see, now you got me thinking that we need to go look at all those names a little bit more, don't we? Like, ah, man. I don't know. Tosmorn, member for 9 months. You said Nords had place names. Oda just flipped it. So by place name, is that like the land thing, or is that something else? Like, or is it like how he's doing Warland, but it was actually I don't know. Explain further. I feel like I don't understand. I feel like I'm missing something. But that is yeah, you guys got me really thinking about the names now. Kanji is pictograms at the end of the day, so you can extract a lot of meaning from them. Yeah, see, that's like a whole side of things I never really understood. That's why I ask you guys. You know, like you, Dexter, or really anyone who knows Japanese in any layer. But maybe I need to learn just for the theorization element of it all. Alejandro Solis with the $5. Thank you very much. Who made the right decision? O'Hara with them saving the books and dying to the fire, or Jarl, aka Ja Rule, saving the kids or burning the books? Which future is more important? You know, I think that is a very complex question, and that's why I love what Oda's doing. Even though, like, personally, you know, Jarl's in the mud, Jarl's for the streets as far as I'm concerned, but I know what, obviously he's building towards a tough decision, and I get what he's going for. If I had to pick between the two, I would say O'Hara made the right decision, because if you don't save the books, aka save the history, and to a greater degree save Robin, which that was obviously Aokiji, so it's a different situation, but if you don't save that information, the way to read the history and stuff, then a lot more people are going to die long term, right? Like, yes, it's about O'Hara's sacrifice there, where they gave up their lives to ensure that the future could have this information so that they could eventually be saved, right? Like, Luffy's not going to find the One Piece without Robin. It's just not going to happen. And so I think, like, that's the right decision, but it's not... But I don't think it's necessarily wrong to you know, save the kids and destroy the library. But there was a guy in the last chapter who said, like, don't you get that they're just trying to make Elbaf bend the knee or something to that effect? And that is what I would be saying if I lived there. I'd be like, hey, Jarl, I know in your mind you're debating between library or kids. Save books, save children. And I get that if you're dumbing it down that much, it's save the children. But you got to think about it in a bigger level where, like, hey, once you burn the library, what's stopping the Gods Knights from saying, hey, burn the castle, burn the whole tree down, burn all of Elbaf? Oh, and we're taking the kids anyway, right? Like, it's not going to actually solve the problem. It is going to meet their demands, and if they're honorable, then sure, it would save the children. But there's no guarantee, and who knows what they're going to use Elbaf for after that. Like, if you burn the school down, then, you know, they might just subjugate everybody, not just the kids. So, so in general, I think Ohara did the right thing, even though I get where Jarl's heart is at, but I think he's wrong. I think he's definitely wrong. So that's why he's for the streets right now. Brandon King, you said Vegapunk said Ohara won because without history, we repeat the past and more lives are lost in doing so. Exactly. That's exactly it. And, you know, I don't want to get too deep into it, but, like, in real life, throughout history, not even just now, but throughout history, it's been the same thing. Like, there's a reason why evil governments go after information. They go after schools. They don't want people to be educated. Like, there's a reason why they do that, right? It's not because they have any actual merits to their arguments. It's because, hey, if you know more about history, if you know, you understand what's happened in the world, the cycles that have happened, you're going to see that we're repeating it, and we don't want you to see that, right? And so I agree that, you know, Ohara won. Ohara did the right thing. Ohara saved more people than were lost because of their actions. So, Steve Irwin, you said, what did I miss? We had our opening earlier, our TCG opening, which is already over. We're just here chatting away. Because obviously yesterday the stream got cut out, and now it's working, so we're going to sit here and hang out. It's kind of funny, though, because I know I'm sitting here with, like, a TCG thumbnail and title, and so anybody who's clicking on it... Hey, Cliff, come here. No. Like, you guys probably think Cliff barks all day, and I know I said it earlier, but I can't stress it enough. He only barks when the stream is going on. Like, he's completely content all other times of the day, but he does not like being ignored. That is... He's becoming like a rambunctious teenager, but yeah. So all you missed was the opening. You can go back, Steve Irwin, and go watch if you want. We got some pretty cool cards. You won't really know the characters because you haven't watched One Piece yet, but I'm waiting on that, man. I'm waiting on that. And Steve, by the way, Steve knows that he's gonna get spoiled if he sticks around, but he's in the fire. Tosmorn, you say, can you give him a hug for me? I miss my boy, dude. I absolutely will. Cliff, come here. Where you at, Cliff? Come here, bud. Come on. Come on, come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Oh, Ralph, you want to come up here too? Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ralph, where you at? Come here. There's room for you. There's room. Come on. All right. Yep. There you go. I know. You guys are good boys. I know. I don't know. Not that kind of attention, buddy. I know. No, we'll go do something in a second. No, thank you. No, I know, Ralph. You're a good boy. I know. And also, Cliff and Ralph are superstars at the nursing home, the assisted living facility down the street. All the old ladies love the dogs. So this should be a screenshot. Maybe I should. I did have Cliff in one of my sponsor segments before in a video, and I thought that was good. I was like, I'll earn some points by having Cliff in there. But yeah, but Tosborn, oh, thank you. That's so adorable. Hey, man. No, thank you, man. I know we talked about it in Discord a little bit, but I'm still so sorry. It reminds me to love my boys just a little bit more, because, you know, they're only with us for so long. That's the sad thing about pets, is you're almost guaranteed to outlive them, you know, and it's sad, but you got to enjoy every second you have, and, you know, cherish the memories and everything. It's tough. It's tough. I feel for you. Steve, I miss my dog. Yeah, I know you've had a few over the years. I know you had one when I was a kid. It was a smaller dog. I can't remember their name, but I remember that they were smaller and they didn't like me very much. I can't remember, but they were super cute. I remember that. I miss my Chihuahuas also. I think it was a Chihuahua, I want to say. Yeah, that's the only one I remember. I don't know. You'll have to send me a picture of your more recent ones, because that's the last one I remember. Dak just said Luffy guaranteed to outlive Chopper. You know, with Luffy's lifestyle choices, I don't know, man. I don't know. He already died once. So if we're getting really technical, he already died. Benesse, you said your dog is beautiful. Thank you very much. They are super cute. I lucked out. I mean I chose them, so I kind of knew what they were eventually going to look like, but they yeah, no, they are awesome. Cliff, it's funny, Cliff, you know, he's a Bernese Mountain Dog, and I love the breed, I love the temperament and everything, but they're kind of expensive, so I was waiting for a relatively cheap one to pop up. I was like, hey, if I can get one that's like affordable, or like he needs rescued or whatever, right? If I can just go save one, that's what I'm gonna do. And I saw a post about the runt of the litter that, you know, was half price, and they were looking to get rid of him immediately, and I drove over there the next day, and he's been a member of the family since. Also, Tazmorn, you also said, I think you said you clarified some super chats earlier, right? Okay, yeah, I want to go see. So an area would be named after a specific place, i.e. town named Bannock because of the stream, or Bannock going through it. Gotcha. Okay, interesting. Now I'm trying to think of what that might mean for this arc. That's how my brain works. Whenever somebody says something, I'm like, okay, now how does that help me figure out the end of One Piece? You said it was Nords who did that, right? So it would tie to Elbaf potentially. Benesse said, I had a corgi growing up now, but we just got cats. Love my cat though. Oh, cats are awesome too. I make no judgments, you know, like all pets are just awesome, man. Honestly, I mean, now if you get like a I was gonna say like a crocodile, but honestly, in Florida, that probably isn't the craziest thing. If you get like I don't know, what's something really dangerous? I mean, like a honey badger would probably not. I don't know. I'd be scared of that thing all day. Or like a gorilla, a saber-toothed tiger. Obviously, they're not around, but you know, you get something really scary, I'm scared. Yes, Brandon King, I am pan animal. Whales. If we're talking about whales, get the whales in here. I'll figure it out. I'll get the aquarium put together. Although, real talk, we can't be doing the SeaWorld stuff anymore. I don't want to upset anybody who loves going to SeaWorld or seeing, you know, these aquatic animals or whatever. We gotta stop. We gotta stop it. The whales, they're it's so small, man. They are in such a small cage, and they're whales, man. They're whales. You know, like, my God, they're huge. Like, what are we doing? Like, and it's not okay for any animal, but I'm just like, the size to cage ratio. Whales need to be in the ocean, man. Like, just take a boat and swim, you nerds. Like, I mean, if you want to go see whales, like, we can find ways to make it happen. It just shouldn't be where we take a whale and put it in captivity. I'm gonna be honest. There's like Nile crocodiles in Florida. Weren't you just... Well, I don't want to dox you. It's not really doxing you, but weren't you in Florida not that long ago, Steve? I don't know. I don't want to say anymore, but I think you were in Florida recently, right? I want to say. You get it. Animal cruelty. Yeah, Colin, exactly. By the way, Colin, did you see that you won? Colin, did you see that you won cards earlier? I know we're talking about random stuff, so we're like way past it, but you won cards earlier. I hope you saw that. But yeah, it is animal cruelty, and it's funny because like I have pets, and so like you can have animals in captivity, you know, that are, you know, human, like for human enjoyment, but like they're still animals. They gotta be happy and live a good life. You know what I'm saying? Like, Like if I left my dogs in the house all day and never let them out, then that would also be cruelty. But guess what? We go on walks every day. We go to the park. I'm not going to say the word, and they and you know they're great. They're happy because they're getting to do normal animal things. The whale doesn't get to do like if it was only in the SeaWorld cage for 10 minutes a day, then maybe it's not cruelty because we can find a way to make it fun for them. But like they're in there all the time, man. And yeah, and belugas are scary intelligent. All whales are really smart, man. Like a lot of aquatic, like dolphins are really smart. Colin, I was wanting to give the Jinbei to Vegeta because I wanted him to win. Hey, I appreciate that, and probably so does he. But I think he wants to win. I think he wants to win the right way. Although, Lord Vegeta, if you're here and you want to chime in, feel free. Because I have a few Jinbei cards just for him because I've been wanting him to win, and I feel like it's gotta just happen naturally. But then it'll be such a good moment. It'll be worth it. But pets aren't made for the wild. I wouldn't let my cats outside because I live by a river and there's big predator birds. That's another good point. Is like. The cat distribution system is a thing for a reason. Like people meme it, but I always kind of like to say like it's kind of a real thing because some cats probably like being outside and they're gonna want to be outside all the time. And if they do, they're just gonna avoid you, and the cat distribution system will not find its way to you. But some cats do want to be inside. They do want companionship. They would rather be with a human, and they will come find you because they'll just show up on your door or at your door one day. And you'll be like, wow, this cat's really nice. I want to bring him in. And so, yeah, pets aren't made for the wild most of the time. Maybe some prefer it. But like you're saying, it's dangerous. So if you bring a cat inside and it likes it, yeah, it's not wrong to keep him in there. He probably enjoys it. I mean, and sometimes I'll let my cat out back in my backyard, but I'll keep an eye on him. And just for like, 10, 20 minutes so he can just hang out. And then he'll usually get bored and just come back in. It's just so he can get some air or whatever. But I like axolotls too. Axolotls are awesome, Brandon King. Everyone just saw Steve's chat, right? That is, like, I feel like you're probably serious because you love Steve Irwin, and so I totally get it. But for a casual person coming into this chat and seeing Steve Irwin 06 say I don't like stingrays, that is hilarious. that is actually so funny. Steve, you said my aunt had a monkey once. Which aunt? Not any of the aunts I know of, right? Certainly not my mom. I would say. Tosmorn, you said, as an environmentalist, cats are going to make sure our children won't have birds. Yeah, the cat, like, infestation, I don't like using that word because it makes it sound like they're inherently bad. It's just, there's too many, you know what I'm saying? We have too many stray cats out there that are now affecting the ecosystem. And so, yeah, it is a problem. It is definitely a problem, for sure. And honestly, here's another thing. And we're like getting into all sorts of topics now. This is like not even One Piece at all, but that's fine. Another thing, and this is a little bit of a debatable topic, so if I offend anybody, I'm sorry, and I hope after I explain fully, you'll understand, but at least in my area, I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but at least in my area, we have the same problem with pit bulls. And don't get me wrong, I have lived with a pit bull before. They can be awesome. They make for great pets if they're, trained properly and stuff. However, in my area, for a lot of different reasons, whether there's stray pit bulls everywhere. Our dog shelter is completely filled with pit bulls. Nobody is properly taking care of this dog breed. They've just taken over. I have walked my dogs out, to the park a few times and literally found random pit bulls that are trying to walk up to me and running across the road. And again, is it the pit bull's fault specifically? I'm not trying to blame them. It's just there are too many. It's a problem now. And just like the stray cats, I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, I'm not a big fan of like culling animals, but could we at least go like neuter a lot of them so this stops happening, you know? I don't know. Again, I don't want to, I'm not blaming the animals. It's just the people are not, I don't know. It's a problem. It's when you go to the shelter and it's all one dog breed. It's an issue. It's not. There's nothing else to say about it. And like I said, I've lived with one, and he was awesome. He was like my he was my dog's best friend for a long time. And so like I have no, like they're fine. It's just they're everywhere. Like no, the people just I don't know. And like I don't know if it's just breeders, but I think it's literally like they just don't care to go get them neutered or spayed, and then they just, you know, that's what you got to do. I don't know. Yeah, irresponsible breeders are the worst. Exactly. Like, I mean, I'm of the mind that, like, every dog should... I mean, not every dog, because, like, if you live on a farm or something, it's a completely different ballgame. But if you live in the city and your dog is ever, you know, off a leash or around other dogs unsupervised, and I mean they should always be supervised, but whatever, like gotta just get them neutered, man. I don't know. Monkey birthday gift for Dak from mom. Yeah, Steve, did my mom get a monkey and I just didn't know, and that's gonna be my my next present? You said my mom's sister. Gotcha. Yeah, I am not familiar with that side of the family, but I would have been shocked if anybody that I knew in our family had a pet monkey and I didn't know about it. That would actually be astonishing. Got a oh, yep, hold on. You guys, I think you guys probably know, but Firefox loves to freeze for me whenever I'm streaming. So we're gonna pull up good old Google Chrome. I hope you're happy, Google. I know you're listening. There we go. Now it's working. Will Talibian, you said just stopping in. How'd the opening go? Hope someone got a crazy pull. Yeah, we didn't get anything too crazy, but we did. Actually, I can just show you real quick, I guess. You did not win, Will. I'm sorry about that. But I mean, that just means you're eligible for next month, though. We're opening the same thing. But we did get this. Well, I'll show you this one first. We got the Sanji card. There we go. The NM is on the sleeve, not the card. Please don't think I did anything. So that's pretty cool. I think that's from... Is that the Sea Train part from Water 7? I'm not sure, but that's a cool card. And here's the really cool one. This is my favorite card of the day for sure. Is Yamato doing the Nika pose. Look at that one. This one's sick. I'm a huge fan of this card. We need Nika pose cards for everybody. That's where I'm at in this. After seeing how cool that looked, we might just have to make this a regular thing. Oh, that's why I did that. Okay. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool cards. But yeah, we'll be doing it next month. So if you want to sign up, you know, I'll post that here in a couple weeks, and then you'll have another chance. IFC NBA. You said, Dak, what do you think about a lot of people saying they're getting burnt out of One Piece? Personally, I haven't heard that, but I have heard or felt or seen that, you know, over the last 9 months, we've had kind of a dearth of One Piece content, and so I don't know. Again, I don't know if I would say burnt out, but I definitely have had people say that like they weren't as into it, or they just, you know, it wasn't hitting the same. But I think that's because, you know, when you have the manga going on, and you're like at a peak part of an arc, and you have the live action that's kind of fresh, and you have the anime coming out, and like other random cool One Piece announcements like games or whatever, or TCG stuff, like it makes an ecosystem where there's always something to be excited about. But we had from, I want to say, like September or October until the start of the year, we had like barely any manga chapters. We had like 6 across 3 months, and it was like the start of Elbaf, and so the start of arcs are always slow. I remember when Wano started, it felt the same, at least to me. Like I remember I wouldn't say like I checked out, but I was very much like, all right, we need to move on from this. When right after Zoro fought Kamazo, or Killer, but he was going by Kamazo, and then remember how like he was in like that hut with Kamarasaki at the time, and then Kamarasaki revealed that she was Hiyori. Like, that section of Wano, I was very, again, not, I wasn't checked out, but I was like, I'll get excited again when something else happens. But then it happened, right? Then, I want to say then we had like the hockey training at Udon Prison not long after that, I want to say, or I can't remember exactly, but that was a long-winded way of saying that it feels like from September until a couple months ago we had just not a lot of fun One Piece stuff going on. But now the anime came back and it's really, really good. We should be getting more live action news. I've been seeing a lot of clips with like behind the scenes stuff from I can't remember all their names. I'm so sorry. The new actors. I know all the old ones. I can't remember the new ones' names, but some of the new actors for like Vivi and Robin. Sorry, I can't remember their names. Several of them, but we're getting a lot of that stuff, and we should be getting like, I don't know, some more hype, a trailer or something sometime soon. So One Piece is starting to hit on all fronts again, and I feel like LBAF is heating up. So I can definitely understand if people were getting a little bored over the last several months because there wasn't that much going on. But I think it's coming back. I don't think it's like a burnout. I think it's more of just hey, I'm used to this being a lot more fun, you know, if that makes sense. You said, I guess part of it is coming from King of Lightning taking a break, but I think people's agendas kind of stop them from enjoying the story. I agree with that. And, you know, as someone who does a lot of theories, I run into that a lot too, where it feels like if I get a theory wrong, it becomes, you know, I feel like everyone has a different expectation, but it feels like some people almost expect me to like be upset or be mad or to have, you know, like I should have some reaction to being wrong. But I just love the story. You know, if I'm wrong, it's like, okay, Oda probably did something better. Like I wouldn't even say it's upsetting that I was wrong, because you know, I don't watch the story to be right. I don't watch the story to have my takes confirmed. Like I don't, you know, I just don't get it. I mean, it's fun when that happens. Don't get me wrong. If I had a theory and I got it right, I'd be really excited. But the opposite isn't true. And so like you're saying, people's agenda is stopping from enjoying the story. I agree. Because if you're someone who's been saying for a long time, like, oh, this just as a random example, Sanji's never going to get Conqueror's Haki. And then let's say he does get Conqueror's Haki. Then you're going to be upset about that because you're going to feel wrong, or you're going to think like, you know, like you're weighing that as the main lever of whether you enjoy it or not, but it should just be the story itself. So I agree with that, actually. And I think a lot of people don't do that. I think a lot of people do just enjoy the story for the story, and so I think that's good. But I do think a lot of people, and I don't have data to back this up, I would say just hearsay, but I also think a lot of the people who joined during the Wano stuff, like whenever Luffy went Gear 5 and all that exciting stuff, I feel like a lot of the people who joined in that period, and again, I don't want to give numbers, like I don't know if it's most or whatever, but I feel like the people who joined during that time period and then had the hype of Egghead, they have like a different set of expectations than people who've been watching the story for a long time, or reading the story for a long time. Like, you know, if you've been reading it since even before Wano or before Whole Cake, like you get how the week-to-week stuff goes, you get how there's dead parts of arcs, you get how Oda has to build stuff, like, you know, like whenever crazy things happen, the agenda element doesn't hit you as hard because, like, you've had so many agendas rise and fall over the years. So I think that's something that's a little bit of like the new age of people coming in, where they have a lot of agendas and they know the story's coming to a close soon. So there's that element of it where like people are trying to get their last takes in. So yeah, I agree with that. But I think One Piece is still in a good spot. I mean, you know, LBAF is heating up. I mean, it's been good for a while, but I think it's getting to like a bit more of a peak in the arc, right? We're getting some more reveals. I think for me personally, the Brook stuff has been amazing. So I think it's in a good spot, especially when live action comes back and stuff. Roland V-Dub, was the live action approved just for season 2, or did they approve seasons 2 and 3? My understanding is I don't think they've confirmed season 3 or approved it, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. But at the same time, like I I mean, I don't know anything, but I feel like in season 1, you know, they probably had a good feeling at some point about season 2. So like you would, I guess what I'm saying is if season 3 wasn't happening, you would, if season 3 was unlikely to happen, then like, I don't know. I feel like they still wouldn't be focusing on it as much. Like I said, I've seen a lot of stuff recently about new reveals, and also wait, hold on, let me look something up real quick. Let me find this. What's the date? Oh, okay. So yeah, I remember back in a few years ago when like before season 1 came out, they had like a big showing at Tudum, the Netflix thing. I don't know what you call that. The Netflix Direct. I don't know what to call it, where they show you stuff. I remember they had a big thing a couple years ago for One Piece before season 1 came out. So what I would say is let's wait until Tudum comes out this year, which is only 2 weeks away. That's what I was looking up. And so if Tudum comes out and they really build up One Piece and make it seem, you know, they're like really selling it, I'd feel confident that season 3 is coming. Like, it's not like a good reason, but I just feel like obviously it's successful, and I don't think they're going to tell us that season 3 is coming until season 2 comes out no matter what. But I feel like with just, you know, they're still focusing on it so much, I would say season 3 is very likely to come, you know. And yeah, I'm surprised it's only 2 weeks. So hopefully we get something cool there. If we get a big Netflix showing at Tudum, I'd feel good about season 3. Ben, you said, have a good day, Tosmorn. Tosmorn, head out. Oh, gotta go, lads. You have a nice day. Tosmorn, hey, glad you stopped in, man. Glad we could go over some of the super chats. I appreciate you, dude. You're probably not here anymore, but hope you have a good one, dude. IFC NBA, you said, yeah, I watched literally all the way through high school, and then once started reading the manga when I caught up to Wano. Yeah, like, for me, I feel like people who watched over a long period and are just used to it, I feel like they don't feel down and out as often with One Piece, right? Like, I think people who joined in Gear 5 have a certain expectation where it's like, oh my god, it's so hype all the time, great fights and lore and just cool scenery, and like, I think it's just a different mindset. It almost reminds me a little bit of like if you're a fan from personal experience, like if you like a sports team that is really good year in, year out, like, and I know I'm going to get some hate for this, but like, I really liked Tom Brady back in the day, so I was always rooting for the Patriots. I don't like the Patriots now. I was just a Tom Brady fan back in the day. But like, for me, it was like, I'm used to winning all the time, and so whenever I would like try to root for the Browns, it was just like such a different experience. I'm like, wow, well, why do you guys like watching this? All they do is lose. But it's just it's a different experience, you know. It's a different reality, and so, you know, someone who watches the Patriots probably feels weird when they watch teams that lose. Kind of like people who, you know, think of Gear 5 and fighting Kaido and stuff when they think of One Piece. They probably don't like you know, the slower stuff. So. Roland VW said, yeah, I'm just thinking about Matt Owen not being there for season 3. Yeah, that's a pretty, you know, sad situation. I mean, I don't know much about it, but just the fact that he's not there, right? I think that's really sad. I mean, there's always like technically the chance he could come back, but I feel like he really loved the role and stuff. So I feel like there's probably something going on where he, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I wish him the best. He did an awesome job on season 1, and I'm sure season 2 will be good, even though he, you know, he's dipping out. But IFC NBA, if you were a Browns fan, you deserve to pick up the Pats as a second favorite. That's almost exactly what happened, dude. I knew my family and everyone loved watching the Browns, and I wasn't really into sports that much growing up. But I was like, I don't get why we sit here around the TV on Sunday and watch the team lose every time. Like, we're never good, you know? And then, and so, yeah, I was like, I got to pick a team that's actually fun to watch. And that's literally where it started. I like Tom Brady's clutch factor. That's like where it all started. I was like, oh, wait, he's got fourth quarter comebacks and stuff. That's cool. Let me root for him. And then he won like 4 or 5 more titles or whatever. So it became kind of crazy, but. And you said sorry about your Cavs. Yeah, man. You know, we had LeBron James for 11 years and won 1 championship. I love this current iteration of the Cavs. I don't want them to make any changes, and at the same time, I'm you know, losing. We had injuries. It's really hard to win a title. You need everything to go your way. It is what it is. I experienced that with LeBron. I had more heartbreak with LeBron than I've had with this team because I love this team. The expectations are whatever. You know, if they succeed, if they don't, it's whatever. But by the way, I totally forgot that I had a couple other super chats to answer. But I know none of them are here. So I got to answer one from Smooth Weeb and also Jao Gabriel Silva Neto. So what I'm going to do, because I know you guys aren't here, and I can't see you two sticking around all the way to the end of this. And if you did, I very much apologize. But what we're going to do is on Sunday, I am reacting to the anime episode. And well, the 2 anime episodes, because I haven't seen the Saturn one, and there's one that comes out tomorrow, I think. So what we'll do is I'll answer those that one. I'll have them saved because I don't think you're even going to see them here, and I don't want to. I don't know. But or you can reach out on Discord and we can talk about it. But I will answer these after the anime reaction. Because I'll react to the episode, do the same thing here, give a spoiler warning. We'll do that. Matt Owens has to get Grandmaster in Marvel Rivals now that he has the time. That's hilarious. I might have to try playing with him once I get Expedition 33 over with, because that is taking all my attention right now. IFC NBA, you said, I feel like they have to move Garland. I mean, I'll be honest, Garland's been injured the last 2 playoffs. He hurt his toe, you know, this one. He was hurt even before the playoffs this time. He was healthy all year and then got hurt in one of our final games that he played in the regular season. And last year he had his jaw broken, and even though he played in the playoffs, he was 12 pounds underweight, which for him is a lot because he's a smaller guy. So I think Garland is one we have to keep. He's I think 25 or 24 on a pretty reasonable contract. Whenever if he plays like he did this year, it's worth it. So I feel like Garland is a keeper. I feel like we should keep the whole team, but if we were to trade anybody, I think Jared Allen would make the most sense because we could get maybe we could get like a wing player and like a big bruising kind of center instead, and then we could have Valanciunas or Steven Adams or something be like the backup center and have Mobley as the full-time center like that. I can see where that makes some sense. But honestly, I think we just got injured at the worst time. I mean, it is what it is. You look at the Thunder right now. The Thunder are completely 100% healthy, and they even had a better record than we did. They had the highest point differential, or the second highest of all time, and they're going to Game 7 against the Nuggets, who are like an injury ward. Like Aaron Gordon, he was hurt before the series, and then he pulled his hamstring last night. Porter Jr.'s shoulder is like broken. Russell Westbrook missed a game with a toe issue last series. I can't remember. And they only run like 6 or 7 players, so like, you know, I mean, obviously the Nuggets are championship caliber. They got Jokic, but I just think, you know, it's winning in the NBA is really hard. I think that's the end point. It's just, you know, it sometimes you do need to make changes, and sometimes it's better to stay where you're at, stay solid, and just keep moving forward. And that's where I think the Cavs are. If they shake it up now, I don't think it's guaranteed we're going to get any better results. But I know with the team we have now, we just got the 1 seed. It was our first year with the new coach. If we didn't get injured, I feel very confident we would have won. So he said him and D. Mitch defensively is just scary. Well, you know, that's the thing, is the way that we do our lineups is where him and Donovan are only in together 10 or 12 minutes of the game. Now, those tend to be the most important minutes, but the offense is so good with them that it tends to you know, outdo it. But we run a lot of lineups where it's just Garland or Mitchell, and then a bunch of bigger players with them, and they do great in those lineups. So in some ways, I kind of like having the problem, because, like, I mean, it sucks, but if we have to bench Garland, you know, at the end of the game for a size, you know, issue, well, that's fine. I mean, we had offensive firepower the other 90% of the game, so I don't know. And I think there's merit to the defensive problems. I don't know if those are big enough. Like that's not why we lost, I guess is what I'm getting at. Like that is far from the reason we lost, and so I wouldn't make a change based on that yet. They Garland's toe made it so we had to go, like, the Pacers press a lot, and when you don't have Garland, who's like our best ball handler, then we're moving everyone up a slot in the ball handling pecking order. And so now we're asking Donovan Mitchell to bring it up all the time. Okay, that gasses him out by the end of the game. Ty Jerome, we're asking him. Well, he's really good, but he's not a against the press type point guard. He's not that fast. So it was just a bad mix of things, and so it is what it is. Ben Assay, you said, only time I ever watched sports was with my dad. He was a 49ers fan. I became a fan of Brett Favre and Reggie White from the Packers. Hey, dude, the Packers were awesome back with Brett Favre. I'm not going to lie. They were so much fun to watch. I also really like Brett Favre on the Vikings. I don't know if that's a hot take, but that was really fun. And then you also just had a super chat, $10. Appreciate you, Ben. Thank you. You said, I'm excited for this next chapter. This break week is going to be long. Random thought. Where did your name Dak originate from? My theory, it's short for Dakota. That's a good theory. That's a very good theory. That is where Dak came from. There's a football player named Dak Prescott, which I went by Dak before he did. I mean, well, at least before he was well known. And his name is Dakota, so you could have his middle name is Dakota. His first name is Rain, which is interesting. But yeah, it is short for Dakota. It is. When I was in undergrad, which was very long ago, which makes me feel very old. But when I was in undergrad, that's just what my friends, like my roommates, started calling me was Dak. They liked that more than Dakota. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm at college now. I'm taking on like a new identity. I'm becoming an adult. Let's do it. Let's take on a new nickname that I've never used. And now I go by that exclusively. My parents are probably the only ones who call me Dakota, and even then they just say Coda. They don't even say the duh part. So yeah, yep, you got it. IFC NBA. I'll answer these last two, and then I'll probably get out of here. You said, yeah, that wing spot is the hole. Hunter was a great addition, though. Yeah, he was, and that's the thing. He got injured as well against the Pacers. Like the thing I try reminding people is we didn't have Garland game one. We were leading in the fourth quarter when both Hunter and Mobley got hurt. And we did not get free throws on either of their injuries, even though we should have. And so that really put us in a hole because we were already missing the point guard. Now we're missing two other important players. And so then game two came around where we had that like epic collapse at the end. But even then, like, I mean, obviously it's shocking and it really hurt us, but I didn't really blame the players because they were cramping, like they were putting everything on the line. They were just being asked to do too much because they didn't have to all year, right? Like I said, Ty Jerome, he played like 20 minutes a game and was like one of the best subs in the entire NBA. But once you start asking him to play 35 minutes and he's bringing the ball up against the press, it's not Ty Jerome anymore. It's a completely different situation. And so yeah, like those injuries really cooked us, man. Like we lose Hunter. Now we're like, hey, Dean Wade, now you got to play Hunter minutes. And don't get me wrong, I love Dean Wade, but he can't do what Hunter does. And so it was just a really bad situation. I think we should just run it back. I'm going to be honest with you. Re-sign Ty Jerome, re-sign Sam Merrill, bring the whole team back, run it again. If we're having issues by the trade deadline, maybe make some moves. I wouldn't be opposed to getting rid of Okoro. That's one thing. Ice, if you're listening, dude, I believe in you. I love you, Ice. I got no issues with you. It's just you make $13 million and we are like $10 million from getting under the second apron, so you're kind of the odd man out. And so I'd be for that. Then you also said, but do you think, random, but do you think we'll get more to Kaido's backstory eventually? I feel like Oda crippled Wano a little bit by skipping over it, but there has to be a reason why. I completely agree, 100,000,000%. In a million streams, I feel like at this point, I've been outspoken agreeing with exactly what you're saying. There was way too much build up for Kaido to not give us more backstory. I'm sorry. Oda's gonna have good reasons for it. When we do get the backstory, it'll be fire. Like, all that's true, not denying that. But it definitely felt really empty in the moment, right? It's like that's it. Like, you were sitting there waiting for another panel of the backstory. So we are gonna get it. Like, honestly, I think it's because Harold is his dad. That's been a theory for a lot of people for ever since we saw what he really looked like. But I think Harold might be his dad because we already know he had 2 kids from different moms, so it's not, you know, that impossible. And I think that might be why we didn't get the full backstories, because we're going to get it here, where it's going to start with Harold and the Oni stuff, and we'll see how that all works. And, you know, we don't, like, is an Oni a mix of human and ancient giant, or regular giant and ancient giant? Like, there's some stuff to talk about there that I think we can hear in Elbaf. And maybe it makes sense to bring Big Mom and Kaido back, and then have both of their backstories fully fleshed out at the same time, which, you know, we didn't really think that Kaido would have had Elbaf connections before, but it does make sense. So, yeah, maybe the whole Kaido Big Mom connection can get unfolded here. But Ben, you said I had a friend in high school named Dakota, and some people called him Dak, which is why I thought that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're growing in numbers, but slowly. Hopefully I will not be the last one. I'm sure I won't. I haven't seen too many, though. I've seen Dak Prescott, me, and your friend you just talked about, so we need some more. IFC NBA said, have a good day, bro. Long-time viewer, but don't comment much. You make great content. Thank you, bro. Seriously. And honestly, just getting to chat with you guys, and you guys, you know, give me some supportive words makes me feel a little more confident to tackle this video that I'm working on tonight, because I've been really debating on what video I'm going to do, and I have several ideas, but I haven't felt like super confident about one. But sometimes I think to myself, like, Dak, hey, people are all these ideas are good, just do one because people will like it, you know. Don't try to pick the perfect one and make it perfect. Just go make something good, and, you know. And so that gives me some confidence to go get working on a video tonight, because I do want to get you guys a new one. I'm thinking an Usopp one. I was also thinking a Dragon and Emu one. I don't know. I got a few ideas, but you gave me some confidence to get cracking on it, so thank you. But yeah, I am gonna head out here. Miguel, I saw you just said, hey, well, you said, hey, Dad. I'm sure you meant Dak. Unless I have a child out there that I didn't know about, which if I do, now's not the time. I ain't got the money and time to support a child. So hopefully, Miguel, hopefully that's not the case. But you said just got off work. I listened to a bit of the Psy collab. I hope you enjoyed that. I love talking to Psy. That's my guy. And I did do a collab with him for my channel, for Redacted, about the future of the Marines. We went through kind of our expectations in the near future. Is Akainu gonna go rogue? What's Kizaru doing? Is Kuzan really with Blackbeard? Like, we went through a lot of the Marine stuff, and I think you guys will really like that because he's a big Marines guy. And that'll be up this weekend. I would tentatively say tomorrow, but to be honest, I got a lot of work to do, so we'll see. But all right, I'm gonna head out now for real. I feel like I said that 5 times, but I'm heading out. And no, I was upset about Chopper slander. Hey, listen, I love Chopper. Let me get that clear. Chopper is amazing, but he's got to do something. Chopper had no business tanking Saturn's attack. All right, let's just, I mean, again, I love him. Chopper, I want you to succeed, and I want your dream to be accomplished. I want you to meet Kureha again, but you shouldn't have, you had no business. You had no business tanking an attack from Saturn, but love Chopper. But he said, all good. Thanks for saying, hey, yeah, no problem. And yeah, and hopefully I didn't make it seem like it was straight Chopper slander, because it's more Oda's fault than Chopper's. I'll put it that way. It's like that was just too much. But all right, I'm heading out now for real for the 10th time. Hope you all have a great one, and see you guys in a couple.